Hello again from Columbus. This is Rachel Miller with Color Splash. I am making one more painting on this wonderful, gorgeous holiday weekend. I keep saying it's my last, but I still have leftover paint. So this is probably going to be my last black hole painting of the weekend. I am starting with my pearl mix for base. It is part satin enamel, part acrylic. Then it's got some Floetrol, American Floetrol, and then some GAC 800 and Liquitex pouring medium in it. And I am going to make a video of how I mix this paint. I've kind of tweaked the recipes I've seen. I've just struggled, I guess, with the pearl mix and the traditional methods of pearl painting. And so I kind of developed my own little methods, I guess. And I found that this mix specifically dries almost exactly how it looks wet. The pearls don't get chalky. They don't. They retain all of their juicy qualities that they have when they're wet. And that was something I was really having trouble with. So I'm really happy with the mixture that I've got right now. I'm just trying to cover these raw wood sides quickly. Wood is always trickier. It's so porous and absorbent. So it sucks in the paint pretty intensely, and I need this paint to flow really well. So I use a much heavier or thicker base with this type of painting than I would for pretty much any other type of painting. And that is because my blowouts I blow a lot of paint off the canvas. And it creates a lot of waste and costs a lot of money, but the result, I think, is quite beautiful. So it requires an awful lot of a pillow in order to get the right effect. Now, I caution you all to not spend a lot of time popping bubbles on your pillows. With this method of painting, your blow dryer is going to handle a lot of that for you, and what you do not want is to cook this surface at all, or the paint will not move properly. So I do very little bubble popping unless there are a lot of really obnoxious ones. So next what I'm going to do is create a crisscross across this canvas. And I'm going to, boy, I am almost out of my Payne's Gray. Y'all probably know this is like one of my most favorite colors at this point. And I use the Arteza Payne's Gray. It's got a lot more blue to it. If you are not looking for a lot of blue in your Payne's Gray, then this is definitely not the one for you. Because this sucker has a great deal of blue to it, which is actually what I really like about it. I am bummed that I'm almost out, but I am trying to use up all my paint, so I guess as long as I have enough for this painting, this is good. So this part does not have to be beautiful, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's no real rhyme or reason to how I do this. Now I am almost out of my parchment color, and I am going to reserve that for a little bit later on in this. This is an Amsterdam gray. I cannot say exactly what the color name is, but it's kind of a dove gray by Amsterdam. I always forget the name of this one. I don't use it very often. Whoops. Okay, next I'm going to come in with my, I believe this is Primary Magenta by Amsterdam. And I want to get a good bit of it in these corners. So a lot of the color is going to get lost. It's going to blow right off the side of the canvas. You have to be totally prepared for that. So that's part of the beauty of these. They have a very black and white with hints of color look to them when they're finished, which I very much like. But if you're looking for a canvas that is covered in bright color from top to bottom, this is probably not your method, or you're going to need to go a whole lot heavier with your colors. That was Pebeo Bronze. This is Naples Yellow by Pebeo also. It is another favorite color of mine. I will say I do like Amsterdam's version a little better. I feel like it just seems to read stronger in the painting. This time, for some reason, this version just kind of gets swallowed up by the other colors. So I guess you can prevent that by where you place it and what you layer it with. This is Persian Rose by Amsterdam. I really do want to use up a great deal of this paint. Then I'm going to use Sky Blue by Amsterdam. It's a really nice color. Where's my turquoise green? Turquoise Green by Amsterdam, another favorite of mine. I feel like this color in particular mixes so beautifully with other colors to form new colors that are just spectacular. And I love to pair it with magenta, vermilion orange, and red violet, yellows. I feel like the color combination is always pretty spectacular. This is Red Violet by Amsterdam. I'm going to grab my vermilion orange. I don't want a whole lot of this in this painting, so I'm just going to put a couple little dots of it. And that's it. Vermilion orange is one of my favorite colors. I just don't love it for this particular piece. And I'm going to add a little bit of Liquitex Basics Cadmium Yellow. Medium hue. And lastly, this shade of red by Amsterdam that is extremely translucent, and I never remember what it's called. It's a newer color to me. I really need to go check the bottle. Okay, now I'm going to grab the last of my paint Payne's gray and try to get a little bit more. Okay, my parchment. I happen to be obsessed with this parchment color. I feel like the combination of the parchment and the white pearl base creates this interesting, almost like shaded look in the pearl cells. Gives them a lot more dimension. I wish I had a whole lot more parchment left to put down on this piece, because it is truly like one of the most gorgeous colors. I am running low on it. I am running low on everything, guys. I am not going to be able to do one of these pearl paintings for a while because I have so many supplies that I need to buy. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to put down my cell activator, which is Amsterdam Lamp Black mixed with Australian Floetrol. And I can't tell you that I have a straightforward ratio for this. I do not. I mix this to consistency. And I can tell you, I mix it a lot thicker than probably a lot of other people do. But I am looking for it to really coat an entire canvas and react a little bit differently. So that's why I make it a little bit thicker. And when I blow this out, guys, it is going to look like one giant black square, and then all of a sudden cells and lacing are going to start popping up. I just made an error though. What you don't want are any little streaks like that in your puddle, because they will look odd when you blow them out. But hopefully I will blow that all the way off the canvas. So I'm going to grab my blow dryer and I am going to put it on low and the cool setting. And I'm just going to start to sort of spread this out a little bit. I wish I had put this on a turntable, but I did not. Lost some of the color there on that edge. Gonna have a lot of color there. This is kind of an error right there, but I don't want to ruin these beautiful cells by kind of like the paint has kind of blown a little bit. I'm hoping that I can correct this with my straw, because the blow dryer will destroy all those beautiful cells I just created. So I am going to gently blow this out. See what happens there. I'm hoping the pearl cells will grow and take over. But what you're going to see happen are these cells are all going to start growing inwards towards the center. And I'm going to be left with my classic black hole surrounded by lots of pearl cells. Now you'll see I did lose a whole lot of the colored paint. However, what I end up with is black and white with pops of color. And I think that is such a gorgeous look. I am going to blow a little bit here. I'm going to try and turn my canvas first. Actually, let me scrape the edges real quick before I turn it. Now, with this canvas, I let the color go all the way over the edge. My last canvas, I actually taped the sides because these are wooden canvases and I wanted the raw, oh, crap. I wanted the raw wood edging. I just had an accident with the side there. That was not so awesome. Okay, now I'm gonna turn this so that I can more easily blow some of this excess cell activator off. Actually, I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm getting such beautiful cell formation there. I kind of am afraid I'll screw it up. So instead, what I'm gonna do is just very gently tilt the canvas there we go. Oh. I'm not so sure that's sitting level now. Okay. Because this is not a very level surface, I'm going to quickly take you guys in for a closer look so I can move this to my level drying surface. Well, semi-level drying surface. Because nothing in this house is actually level. Okay. As you can see, come on you. I got some really gorgeous pearl cells. I don't love that one little section right there, but I'm hoping as it develops it'll get better. It already is. Then wow, look at that magenta. I mean, those combinations actually created a neon. And look at these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pearl cells. I mean, these are just so juicy. They go right over the edge. The lacing just really hangs on well. I did accidentally smudge one side of it. Not terribly, but enough to annoy me. And here is one of a very small, petite 8x8 black hole painting. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And I hope you all are having a fantastic Labor Day. Thanks so much for spending 15-20 minutes with me. I just absolutely love talking to you guys. Have a good one, and thank you again. I'm Rachel Miller, and this is Color Splash. Have a good one. Bye.